What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Chef's Table Podcast Uncut. We are back. We took a week off for the Super Bowl, man. How was the Super Bowl?
Oh, man. Thank you very much for having me a part of that gig.
Yeah.
Man, Tabitha Brown. Shout out
Shout out to Tabitha Brown.
Her birthday, 45.
Yeah. That party was lit.
It was lit.
It was dope.
It was probably the best Super Bowl party I've ever been to.
It was. And I'm going to tell you something, John, man. You're my brother, man. So if I do something, you're going to be there with me.
All day.
Unless they say I can't bring nobody, then I can't bring you. I'm sorry. I can't. No, I'm going to tell them it's a 2-for-1 package.
It's a 2-for-1 package.
Yeah. You don't.
Everywhere we go.
Okay.
So
that sounds a little too freaky.
If I got a spot that I'm gonna bring you to, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, nah, it's only you." I can't say. I can't be like, "All right, bye, Chris."
Okay, so I took you to Tabitha Brown. Where you taking me? Oh, I didn't mean to put you on the spot like that. My bad. All right, welcome to the show, man. Let's open up with the sponsors, man. Shout out to Neutral Vodka. Shout out to the twins at Tilt. You know they're coming on here, right?
When?
I think they're gonna be towards the end. We're on episode. They might be episode 8.
Dude,
we're gonna
I
have
can't
the twins
wait
on here, man. It's fun sometimes to go out of the restaurant chef realm and talk to the people, incorporate food with people that aren't chefs. I don't know. They might be able to cook. We're not saying you can't cook. You know,
right? We don't know too much about them, but like that'll.
No, I do.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know about them? I mean, they knew you. We put
right,
to the fashion show.
I'm
they
saying
knew
like
who you were.
I haven't like kicked it with them and like
Oh,
like,
I got you.
Talk
Okay.
about anything with them but we had a good time at that fashion show.
Yeah, well, we're gonna bring them on. We're gonna talk about that. Now let's introduce the guests. Let's get into it. The most requested. Yo, when we started this podcast, man, the DMs was like, I'm like, Chef Domo D. I knew who she was just because my wife and stuff like that. But you got like a fan base or some. A lot of people know who you are because yes, I will say.
I thought that was cap. I'm like,
it's not cap. It's not cap. No.
It's
It's not cap. John's the only one that caps. It was. I'll tell you. It's Taco Mel is number one. He gets brought up every episode. Mr. Fries, man, that was another one that was requested. He pulled up, man. I think his video is the highest video we have, and
what was it, like 60K,
65K, something like that. And then you, Chef Domo D, like
maybe because people just nosy. They want the tea.
I think they want the tea. I got a lot of personal text messages too about like that's how I got your number. Somebody sent your number to me.
What?
And it was like, hit her up to come on the podcast. Yeah. So you are top 3 requested.
Interesting.
So let's get into it. This show, man, you've seen episodes before, man. This is to showcase you, your talents, your brand. We're gonna ask you some questions, play some games. So we open up the same way with everybody. Let us know where you're from, who your name, everything, your backstory. Go ahead, take it away.
Okay, so I'm from Gardena.
Okay.
Gore. I mean, if we really go Gore. But by way of South Central, grew up a couple of blocks away from USC. Been chefing now for 10 years. Like, wow, okay. I'm like, I graduated from the Cordon Bleu in 2014.
Oh, nice.
And so yeah, I've been private chefing, catering, but mostly private chefing. For the past 7 or 8 years.
Is that like in-home chefing or is it
yeah. That's my favorite thing to do, for real.
Same.
I like to be personable. Like, I like to be able to talk to my clients.
It's a whole different vibe.
Yeah, and
from like being in a restaurant or being anywhere else.
What? I hated working in a restaurant.
Yeah, I never want to work in a restaurant again.
Go back.
Day of my life.
You from Le Cordon Bleu, Pasadena?
Yes.
Me too. I went there. What year did you graduate? You remember?
2014.
Oh, you were
2014. So Chef he was my favorite chef. Chef Pergel. He passed. He was one of my favorite chefs.
I know who Pergel is. Yeah.
Chef Cone.
Mona Harrington, was she there?
Yes.
Okay. What about Fred Jean Marie, the black French dude?
No.
He dropping names.
Yeah.
Name bombing.
We just got to make sure we got to run the background check.
Then my first chef instructor. Chef Ludwig, she won Chop.
Oh, Ludwig, yeah.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. She won Chop. She was I loved her because she was like the first woman. In our culture, the men do the grilling. You know, she was the first like female chef that like she loved to grill. That was her thing. So I really got my passion for grilling from her. But she was a very good instructor, one of the best. The Cordon Bleu was a lot of money. Still paying off them student loans. But I don't regret it.
Okay.
I don't regret it.
We'll talk about this off camera. Look into that because they closed, and I don't know.
I've been trying to get that taken care of, and they closed, but
and you still paying?
It's some layers. It's some layers. They tried to tell me like I didn't qualify for loan forgiveness, but I'm still trying to.
Oh man.
Get that up out of here.
Right. I could tell you how to whatever car you using, change it. And don't update it. There you go. Loan forgiveness right there. Change the card. I'm just kidding.
I mean,
they gonna send it to collections.
Right. Right. He want my credit score. It's already hard enough to keep that puppy over.
Yeah. Is she our first caterer?
No, I think we did Knick-Knack Catering, wasn't it?
Oh, but that's still a restaurant. I mean, she does cater. She's our first non-restaurant, non-food truck.
Caterer. Yeah, you're
Why
right.
that route? Why not the restaurant industry, like the traditional way, quote unquote? Like, why not with the brigade and everything? What makes you not want to work in restaurants? Because I transitioned to what you're doing right now, and it's hard. Sometimes I'll be at home, I'm like, I need to
struggling to get those.
Yeah, it's like a rush for me that I miss.
Yeah.
For me personally, everybody has the greatest thing about the culinary industry is there's so many different lanes and so many different things that you could do, right? Catering wasn't something that I just sought out doing. It was just something that ended up happening because literally just cooking for one person and be like, oh, I'm about to have a baby shower, I'm about to have, or somebody passed, we need food for the repast, or it just ended up happening that way. And then it just was like a word of mouth thing. Like I never even like advertised that for real, but because I would post on social media, people would be like, okay, like let me get a quote, what's up? And honestly, you make more money. Like you make catering. Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like I would never work in a restaurant ever again.
Right.
Ever. It's slavery. Yeah. I'm just
John,
not
you don't
built.
know nothing about slavery.
It's indentured servitude. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, it just wasn't for me.
Yeah.
It wasn't. Like I'm not gonna lie. I'm happy I had that experience because in order to graduate from Le Cordon, you got to be at a restaurant for 3 months.
Yeah. Or working that little cafe too.
Yeah, I stayed at that I worked at Clio.
I know what Clio. Clio is the Mediterranean.
Yeah. And I like
SLS brand. I used to work at the Bazaar.
Okay.
So I know, yeah.
Okay. See. Okay.
Yeah.
So I worked there. Hated it.
Did you know a guy named Fidel Guzman at the time?
Yes.
Big dude?
Yes, Fidel.
Yeah, that's one of my classmates.
Yeah. He probably hates me.
Fidel.
Cause I just
hold on. I'm gonna make it real right now. Fidel, man, how can you hate such a talented, business? I know why. She don't like taking orders. She's a boss, so that's probably How is it being a female in the kitchen? I gotta ask because it's funny that cooking is something that's kind of like when I was growing up, like. Women cook. We're in different times now. So, like, I remember when I told my family I wanted to cook professionally, the men of my family were like, oh, that's what women do, something like that. Turns out this is a male-dominated industry. How was it? So. Tell me about your experience, being a woman and being a black woman. It's even harder.
It's harder because the thing is, it's like, if I'm a straight shooter, they don't like that, but they'll deal with like Becky and her passive aggressiveness. You get what I'm saying? But if I'm just a straight like, I'm not doing that. I need help. I need more hands. Like, hey, I'm in the weeds. Come help me.
Right.
Like, oh, figure it out. You could no. And so like for me, my experience before I went to Le Cordon Bleu, I had never had any restaurant experience in my life. And yes, Le Cordon Bleu prepared me somewhat, but not fully. So going into a kitchen like Clio, that's a higher end restaurant.
It is.
We had the Pantages, we had Dine LA, so it was busy. Like it was crazy. And
they're very contemporary as opposed to Le Cordon Bleu is classic French, and now you're going into a modernized kitchen. We didn't learn any of that in culinary school.
Yeah. But they also just kind of had set me up for failure, so to speak, because I was on appetizer, starters, and on dessert. So when I tell you I was getting hit,
right,
like I'm getting hit with all the apps. I'm getting hit.
Those
right?
are the plates that's supposed to go out the fastest.
Yes, those are the plates that's supposed to go out the fastest, and then I'm on desserts.
Like 10 minutes.
So I'm on starters and desserts, and it's like the ovens are right by the freezer. So it was this dish that we had. It was a sticky toffee pudding with like this caramel type twill. I would have, and that's the thing too, right? I'm not knocking the restaurants. I learned a lot about prep. I learned a lot, but it was
I feel like the restaurants are like stepping stones.
It's definitely it sharpens you.
Yeah.
You know, it sharpens you.
Good way to put it. It sharpens you.
It sharpens you because you one thing I've never had under my belt or I've been great at is speed. You'll never see me going chop. You'll never see me going those
because
like
you're more like
competition
with your organization.
What am I rushing for?
I'll tell you,
to get the food out faster for the customer, I guess. Right?
You would be good at chop because I won, so I could tell you. You'll be good at chop because it's the TV makes it look fast, but it's not fast. Organization and creative.
Okay, so you just threw chopped under the bus, so it's all fake.
No. I'm saying you don't have to be the fastest person. Doesn't always win. I'm gonna tell you, the fastest person on TV cuts themselves every time.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
If you went in there,
I'm never like that was never. I'm trying to go the fastest. I want to. Yeah. Do you see?
Right.
I like my fingertips.
She would be great for TV. She got the personality.
Put me on like Guys Grocery Games.
No. Okay, you got to be fast for that. Yeah.
You gotta
I was on there.
Run around the damn.
Don't watch that. Don't watch the first episode. I'm sweating. Don't watch it.
The thing is like. I'm so good at the grocery store though. Like I know where everything is. Like I know where that I would kill.
That's your grocery store.
Right.
I was the same way. Hold on, I was the same way. You might be good at supermarket steakout then, because they do that at real grocery stores.
Okay.
That Guy's grocery store.
They got it set up different.
They got it. Okay. They set you up for confusion. Now, if you did supermarket stakeout, you'll be straight because you might be filming it at a Ralph's or a Vons, and to me, they're all the same. If you know one of them, you know where everything is. Yeah,
because they're built the same.
Even if it wasn't a cooking show, do you know what show I've always wanted to go on, like my whole life? The Price is Right. Give me a showcase. Give me a showcase.
Yo, I'm so down too. I love those shows.
I know how much that is.
Right. She don't know how much that boat costs. Yeah. How much that mansion costs.
I know how much that washer dryer is.
Right.
Yes,
All right, Chef. I gotta ask. When I was in the restaurant industry, I think I was there for so long because it was something that was consistent. Like I knew my hours, I knew what I was going to make. It takes a lot of guts to do private catering because that's not something that's consistent. You can have your slow time.
Right. And you don't know when they're going to hit you up.
Yeah.
Now, this isn't a pocket counting question, but I just want to know. And for the people watching that might be wanting to start catering, you don't know who's going to see this and get inspired. What advice can you give to them to turn a private catering and make it profitable, make it successful? Do you have any advice for the viewers?
My main advice is obviously knowing the work. You get what I'm saying? Like knowing how much work everything is going to take, because they're not just paying you for the food, they're paying you for your expertise, they're paying you for your time, they're paying you for your execution. So understanding and knowing okay, if y'all want to feed 100 people and y'all are wanting certain things, this is the price I have to charge you because this is a lot of work for me and my team.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I'm really popular for brunches. I'm really popular for soul food. So these are things that I've
keep going. You popular for every. Keep going.
Yeah. These are things that I've mastered. You know what I mean? These are things I can cook kind of with my eyes closed sometimes. And I like catering, but my bread and butter is obviously private chefing for private clients because they got that bag and they already know what time it is.
An idea for a new show, Blind Cooking.
Blind Cooking.
I want blindfolded.
Hey, what's his name? Gordon Ramsay cut a chicken with departed, do everything with blindfolded.
Man, he's done that a million times.
I could probably do that with my eyes closed.
Yeah.
Just feeling, because you looking for the joints. You know, you can kind of do that with your eyes closed a little bit.
We talked off camera. She's competitive. You saw that? You brought up Gordon Ramsay. She's like, I could do that.
I could do that.
So off camera, we talked about, she's a gamer. She used to be a gamer, played Tekken. I like
she probably beat you in the game.
She probably can,
No, I've beat guys. We go on dates.
Yeah, pause.
Let's go. Come on, let's go to the arcade. I'm like, are you sure you want to do this?
Oh, man. You're going to make them feel humiliation.
Because if we get on that Street Fighter and I get Chun-Li, I'm a bicycle kick you until you
Man,
can't.
she know the moves.
Yeah.
Oh man,
What?
yeah. Okay.
But yeah, I do love. Well, I love the old video games. I'm not into this new
the new
gaming.
ones is not.
I'm not into gaming on the computer.
Not at all.
It's
You don't got a PS5 at the crib?
Nah.
Okay, all right.
I don't even date guys that game. I'm just like, I mean, that's cool. You want to be in the house.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, this what you want to be doing in the house?
All day? Nah.
All right, well, to our 4 subscribers that are gamers, man, I'm sorry. If y'all was going to slide in her DM, she just shut it down right now.
Don't even try.
Shut it down. Yeah, turn it off. So,
man, that's crazy. Those PC gamers be like...
Okay, now let's move on. John's getting too hype. All right. I like to ask this question to chefs, man, because we always cook for other people. We're always making menus for other people. What do you like to eat in your spare time? Like, what's some of your go-to type of cuisines?
You already know what everybody... I can already tell you what everybody says when they come here. It's like, just give me good food. Like, it don't have to be nothing crazy or no specialty. Like...
As long as it's good,
I'm from the hood. Like, I'm gonna go to Stevens and get some pastrami chili cheese fries. Or
man,
it's bad.
There.
Okay, I don't want to promote that unhealthiness.
No, we can promote it. John, hold on. Are you still on your healthy kick?
A little bit.
Okay, yeah, we can promote it. John's not healthy.
I just did a fast. Okay,
you did?
I just did a fast where I didn't have no dairy, no sugar, no meat. Like. It was
hard.
I was going through it.
That's a hard time.
I was going through it because, like, I'm a sugar. I love sweets. I love candy, donuts, cookies. Oh my, like, that's my thing. And it was like, I was like, dang, these parasites really is going crazy inside of me, wanting this sugar, and I couldn't do it. But I made it through.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you took away my next question. I was going to ask if she's in a relationship, but she said she hasn't had meat. So let's get into our first game now. Speaking of places, food, we're going to play a fun game. We're going to throw some food up on the screen right now. And how it works is you're going to choose which cuisine you would take, and one is erased from the history books, right?
Okay.
So if I put up one, the other, you pick one, it's gone. So really think long and hard.
Pause.
I set you. I gave you free one. All right, so let's get to the first game.
Let's get to the first game.
Yeah, man, I'm feeling it today.
He's feeling it. It's that drink.
All right, let's go to our first item. Indian food or Mediterranean food? Which one?
Indians out of here.
Right.
I'm Indian?
on that.
Indians out of here.
That's
Don't
quick.
get me wrong. Can I cuss on here?
We're gonna edit it out. We don't prefer cursing.
Okay,
but,
I figured y'all got little sponsors and stuff. Okay, butter chicken is cool.
Yeah,
you feel me? They rice is cool. I'm just not. Just be a lot going on with Indian food.
I think I understand because I'm not allowed to eat it at home.
It's just a lot going on.
It's the flavors that they put together.
Yeah, like don't get me wrong. You know, I went to London and I had some of the best Indian food I've ever had in Shoreditch. I cannot remember the restaurant. It's a very popular Indian restaurant. Oh, I'm a traveler.
Yeah.
The passport got stamped.
Look, what did Drake say? Like a tattoo sleeve?
Like a tattoo sleeve.
Okay.
I was mad. They had to give me another book. I'm like, can I keep these other stamps?
Oh, the book was full?
Well, I had to get a new passport, so you can't like.
Got you.
I have it, but I want all of the stamps
in one book. Like, why did they make the book so small?
I don't know.
Oh no. John was using his passport book when he was going to different states and asking, where do I get stamped for being in Colorado? Okay, so Indian food is out of here, right?
Yeah, it's out.
Okay.
That's out.
Next. Sushi or Korean barbecue?
Come on, bro. What?
I know which one you're going to pick. For sure.
Nah, this one is hard because I love the meats. No pause needed.
No pause needed.
We don't even pause that one.
Kobe meat.
Rest in peace.
You just said rest in peace to Kobe? Oh my God.
R.I.P.
Kobe's meat.
John, chill.
Whoa.
Chill,
I didn't say that, y'all.
Yeah, I didn't say it either. Light you up, John.
Vanessa, I love you, girl. Okay. Okay. I love sushi, right? But that Korean barbecue,
it's unreplaceable.
You be full too. Sushi, you be hungry in like 2 hours.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah.
And it's like you need like eel sauce and spicy mayo and stuff to like make it better. Sauces, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna have to sushi gotta go.
Sushi gotta go. Okay. Yeah. Next one. Damn, that crab barbecue do look good.
Not Peruvian. The Peruvian.
Oh, Greek.
Oh, I mean, dang, but I do love Greek.
Me too. Have you been there?
Greece? Yeah.
Okay.
Santorini is beautiful.
She's probably been everywhere. Have you been to Korea?
No.
Okay, all right.
But I do have, like, one of my Korean homegirls moved out here, and she like makes me Korean food all the time.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Shout out Chloe.
Shout out to Chloe.
I love like the freshness of Greek food.
Me too.
Greek Mediterranean flavors are like so the fresh.
Pitas, everything.
Yeah, like I love. Don't get me wrong, I love Peruvian, but
I think when you've been to a place too, it hits different, right? Because the food in Greece was fire, right?
It's so fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Peruvian gotta go. Even Peruvian though I do love me some lomo saltado. I do.
Yeah. Okay. You hungry yet?
I just had a fish taco before I got in here.
You put the gyro. People say gyro. You put the gyro. I'm not a gyro girl per se.
But we're saying all around. Not this is just a picture. All around Greek like food.
I'm gonna keep it.
Okay. Next one. Italian or soul food. Now you will be surprised how many black people love Italian food over soul food. I personally do.
But the thing is too, no, black people like Americanized Italian food.
Wait, hold on. Have you been to Italy?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Hey.
Show over, man. She should be interviewing us. She's the
boss
right here, man.
No, man. I mean, I love to travel. That's like, I don't have no kids, y'all. I'm out of here.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm packing the bag and I'm going. Because what's stopping me?
She getting to the bag and packing the bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's about experiences. So I want to experience as much as I can while I'm here.
I see why she don't want no gamers. They be traveling on the video games. Right. She's traveling in real life.
Yeah,
I like that.
Like, what?
Yeah.
All right, it's clearly Italian gotta go. I gotta stick with my roots, okay? And you ain't got no yams up there.
But you know it's in the background somewhere.
Is it cornbread back there?
Look, I think it's right there.
It's in that plate right next to the, what is that?
Yeah, that chicken look good. I'm like,
Is Pioneer chicken good?
Pioneer chicken?
Yeah.
I've been seeing that, but people saying no, and I'm like, I'm not even about to waste my time and go over there.
Look good. The way they be, the crunch. Next one, we getting off track. All right, so soul food says
he's trying to get me hungry.
Gotta go. Last one. My favorite: Chinese food or Mexican food.
Man.
I'm from Gardena.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, hold on. Speaking of that, there's been a conversation on multiple episodes about Ramonas. How do you feel about Ramonas? We hear it's trash. We hear it's this. They're not a representation of Gardena.
People,
how you feel about it?
You can't say that they're not a representation of Gardena. Ramonas is a Gardena staple, and you gotta put respect on them for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a family-owned business. But if we keeping it all the way 100, Ramona's not the only place that's gone down as far as like quality and taste and everything.
Did you like it growing up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
What?
I think everybody did.
We would get the sides with the taco meat and like all the stuff, and then we'll like go home and like make our own shells because we don't want. Tacos. That's the thing. They taco shells was trash. We gonna go home and fry our own taco shells, but we'll get like the a la carte meat and stuff.
Yeah.
What? But a beef and potato burrito with hot sauce and cheese, and they had fire strawberry soda. And or cheese enchilada plate. It used to really bust.
I wish Baby Bounce was here right now. Man. That would be a debate. That would be a good debate. Boy, he tore that restaurant up.
It used to really, really be good.
It did.
Now I'm not gonna go there. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not even gonna waste my time or my money. It's more expensive than it's ever been. It don't taste the same. hopefully they can get it together. It don't matter. People still patronize them and go.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Okay, so Chinese food is out.
But I love me some Chinese.
Some chow mein.
Some good Chinese, which is few and far between.
John like the hood Chinese where everything's $1, huh?
Yeah.
And then he be calling out sick.
If we talking about Gardena, the best Chinese used to be at Strawberry Square.
Oh yeah,
okay?
yep.
I don't know if that was cat, dog meat. I don't care what kind of meat.
rough. It was bomb.
I don't care what it was.
Yep.
It used to bust. I don't care what it was. It was good, and I'ma eat it.
What's some of the? You want to throw out some clients that you cooked for? Do you want to throw out some celebrity clients that you cooked for before?
I can if y'all want me to.
Yeah, you just give us a couple. Yeah.
So one of my very first celebrity clients, which is a good friend of mine, and he's partly one of the reasons why I even like went to culinary school and like started wanting to become a chef, is JaVale McGee. We've been good friends forever. I used to cook for him all the time.
JaVale McGee?
Yeah.
I want to see you give him a high five.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen.
How tall is he? 7?
Wait, you gotta get on the trampoline for that one.
He's a good guy. He's like a really, really good guy.
That's dope.
JaVale, Cam Newton. Shout out
Cam Newton.
Yeah. I'm friends with his girl now, so they had me cook for them a couple of times. He's vegan, so that was interesting because I'm not really a vegan chef for real, but
you gotta adapt.
Yeah,
man, we just did that. We just did it from Tabitha Brown. That
it was no soy.
I let y'all see, and I didn't even interrupt y'all or say nothing about that because y'all just wanted to throw out the fact that y'all was with my girl Tab, and I'm like, where was I at?
I know.
Where was I? I mean, I was working Super Bowl, but still. Like,
that's what it was. I called your assistant. They said you were busy.
Yeah,
but we're gonna have her. We gonna have her at the next event.
Yeah, you gonna be there.
We're gonna do something with Domo D. Man.
Yeah,
she's
for sure.
fire, man.
Yeah,
we got to do something.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, we got the pop up restaurant thing. We're gonna do like the pop up event. We're gonna have to for sure.
Listen, you said earlier that I'm a boss. I'd have no problem going ahead and taking the back seat. And what y'all need me to do? All right, I got y'all. I'm a team player.
Respectfully, with the way you moving right now, we gonna put you right next to us. We ain't no back seat.
Okay, I'm just saying I'm a team player. Y'all need me to expedite. Y'all need me to get what? Like I'm one of those people. It's my personality to just how can I help? Like what? And like the way my mind works is just like if it's like a situation like that where I'm working with somebody, because it's other chefs that I've like come in and like help them. Yeah. Okay, what you need? Okay, and it's like because I'm a chef, I'm already thinking for them. You know, like it's different when you have a chef helping you and you're a chef versus like, you know, when you first starting out, like you just have friends or family helping you. They're clueless. They know nothing. And
they're usually like movers, move this,
right?
Put this here, set this down, pick this up.
It's
this
almost
here for me,
like,
go get that from my car.
You're not even really helping for real because I'm having to micromanage you. And that's where
that's another job on top of it. Doing the job.
Yeah, it's too much sometimes for that. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, I do have my family and friends that have become professionals because they work with me all the time. But my mom, she's not a chef, but she's a cook. She's always could cook, so she even comes and helps me. But now that's because I be like, girl, you here to help me. Like you want to try to run stuff. Can you please just do what I asked you to do, Mom?
I'm glad you went there. Tell us about your family. Like, do you have a big family?
No.
Okay.
No. I don't really have a big family. It's literally just me and my brother.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't like so this is the thing. My mom and my dad split up when I was very young, so they both remarried and went their separate ways. Now my stepmom's family, she has a huge family. They are my extended family. Love being with them. They always had that amazing family dynamic. Like Christmas Eve, all the kids are over, we're opening gifts, so I definitely got that family dynamic from her side. And then my mom's side, my grandmother did have 8 kids. 8? Yeah, I believe my grandmother had 8 or 9 kids. So it was a pretty big family, but they all didn't have kids of their own. So the age difference in my cousins is very vast. There's no cousins my age. My brother is 4 years older than me. So
okay, that's probably the closest.
That's a big age gap still, though.
You and your brother close? Okay.
No, not so much.
Okay.
He my brother though. You know, I only got one. I love him, but yeah, we just 2 different people. But I rock with him.
Okay. I like to ask this. It's like, when did you knew? When did you knew?
It's the margarita.
When did you? What's reset? I like to ask this question to all my chefs that come on. When did you know, like, this is what you wanted to do?
Ooh.
Or you can even tell us, like, how did you even get into the cordon bleu? Like
what made you even want to do it? Yeah.
Okay, so I always could cook, right? Always could cook. My mom was always working, so even like when we were younger, I was making hamburger helper and cooking for my mom, because I'm like, oh, go rest, like you've been at work all day. So I always liked cooking, and at the time, I'm working at TSA. I was working at LAX TSA for like 4 or 5 years. I was there, and I hated every day of my life.
I can't picture you working there. I just can't.
What
are you doing there?
I was so cute. I was so cute in my uniform.
Oh, you like the outfit?
I was so cute.
Was that the only thing you liked about that place?
Yeah.
The outfit.
Yeah, that was it. I was cute in my little uniform, but you meet a lot of people there and stuff. But anywho, I was there and ended up getting fired because baby was calling out. I'm using my time.
Yeah.
I'm using it. If I got it, I ain't coming in today. So ended up getting fired from there. And from there, I was like, okay, what do I really want to do? I come from a family of blue collar. My whole family has worked at the post office. My mom's been at the post office for over 30 years. My grandmother, my grandfather, my dad. My mom met my dad working at the post office. So my dad used to work at the post office. My brother works for UPS. So I come from a background where, you go to work.
Yeah.
Right? So I said I want a career. Like, I want something that I want to stick with, that I actually like, that I want to do. And naturally, like, food was the only option. And not for nothing, like, my family didn't support me at first. Like, when
That's weird. I wonder why. That's very. I mean, my family supported me, but it was kind of like, you sure you don't want to pursue football? Football at the time in college.
All my family does. Like, that's your gift. Your food.
Oh, okay,
don't ever stop.
John's on the positivity stuff. All right, John. Yeah.
It could be a cultural thing. It could be, for them, they didn't know anything about entrepreneurship or going after a dream. Like, my mom had us pretty young, 19, 21. She really didn't have a choice. She had to work to take care of us.
Right.
So in her mind and how she recollects things is like,
get a job so you can be
maybe
stable.
If the money, like, stability and money is like what's most important to her. And trust me, it's important to me too. But I knew from an early age that, like, I wasn't meant to just be on some regular. I knew that. Like, I knew it wasn't for me.
You broke the barrier, basically.
I did. Like, I did, for real. I'm still, pushing to break more barriers, because my mom is going to retire soon. So it's like, I want us to be able to have a family business and something that she's a part of. And when I eventually have kids,
create something big.
Create a legacy for real. Like, that's important to me.
She's my favorite guest so far. Right. It's just powerful, man. Powerful.
I mean, I hear that a lot. I'm everybody's favorite.
Hey.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Do you have any hobbies or anything? Because even though you don't work in the restaurants, it's stressful. Even on Super Bowl Sunday at Tabitha Brown's party, everything was lined up according to plan. And then our machines were too powerful for some of the outlets.
Oh, you blew the outlet.
So
that happened to me before.
We
that
blew
happened
it
to
not
me.
only in one spot,
we blew it all around the house.
Yeah.
We was blowing.
Pause.
Sorry. Pause.
Wow. Wow, you guys.
That was crazy.
Wow.
We blew it all around the house. But it's stressful. I was freaking out, man, and it's just like we were so far away from home. If we left anything, we was done.
First of all, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter if you have a checklist. It doesn't matter.
You're gonna leave something.
Something's getting left.
Always forget something.
Yeah.
Something's getting left, and it's like I'm just like, what is it? Like
man.
But I would still take that kind of chaos over restaurant chaos any day. Why?
Yeah.
Because the bag talks.
Right.
In a restaurant, you capped at
right.
like $22 an hour.
Well, yeah, when I was the executive chef at a restaurant, I was making the same whether I worked 2 hours or 50 hours in one day.
He was there all day.
Yeah, that's the 50 thing. Hours. They give you that title, right? They like they give you that executive chef title, and they gonna be like, all right, we'll give you 100. We'll give you 120. Once you understand how valuable like your time is, then you start realizing this money don't add up to how much time,
how
many
hours
how much labor I'm putting in here, because it goes over the 40-60 hours that you
with no breaks.
Like it's too much. Like for me, the math just didn't math, and that's why I had to venture off and start like private chefing and catering.
Because that's more worthiness. Like,
go ahead, John. John's about to go ahead, John. Speak it. I can see it. Go ahead. get it off.
No, I'm just saying, like, when you do private chefing, it's like that's all your time. That's your dedication. That's like your work. Restaurant, that's somebody else's put together. You know what I mean? Like somebody else did this, somebody else did that. When you do your own stuff, that's all you.
Yeah.
And
they appreciate you.
They appreciate you way more.
Do you know how many times like I go to a restaurant with my friends or family, and I have to explain to them like, yo, relax, like look at how many people are in this restaurant. Like kitchen is probably like backed up, like because I've done it, because I know it. My understanding is different. Now, one thing I'm never gonna be cool with is like the hospitality at a restaurant. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, that's cool. The kitchen could be backed up, but you could go ahead and send a free drink, or you could go ahead and like, rectify that in some way. Which
service and food goes hand in hand. They save each other.
Like that's important for me. Like that adds to the experience. And I'm currently in the process of like doing more on the hospitality side and getting that under my belt, because like my thing is just I want to be so like well-rounded. So let's say if I start my own restaurant group, or I decide to go and work with the restaurant group, like, okay, I have this under my belt. I was a chef. I have hospitality certificates. I'm a sommelier. I'm this, I'm that. You know what I mean? So it's like once you have all these accolades under you, can't nobody really tell you nothing for real.
And you gonna know what exactly to look for and how operations go, and so you set a standard right off the rip, because you know. Yeah,
and I feel like, if I'm being completely honest, that's what's lacking or missing in a lot of our establishments is, okay, the hospitality side. You know what I mean? Like, because people will wait for good food. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll wait. That's not the issue. You know what I mean? The issue is what's happening while we're waiting. What's happening? Is somebody coming and talking to us? Like, what, like, are y'all just
communication and all? Like, if they're like avoiding you, the waiter's like over there, they're like walking the other way. Like, oh shit.
I think the best way to put it, you can clearly see a difference in a restaurant versus someone who knows the operations versus a doctor with money who says, oh, I got extra money, I want to open up a restaurant. I don't know anything about a restaurant, but I want to open up. That's the difference right there.
But that's the thing is, I don't understand. Okay, I understand those people because like, oh, like maybe they have a family recipe that's amazing and they want to put it out there. But baby, if it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Exactly.
Right? There's a reason why chefs, like real talented people, don't have restaurants and haven't done that, because they understand
It's a lot of stress.
Do I really want that for real? Do I really know what all that entails? And the people on this side know. The people on the other side are oblivious.
We ain't going.
And
everybody wants you to open up a restaurant, but they don't know what
comes with it.
That's the biggest what? That's the question I get all the time. All the time. Why don't you get a food truck? Why don't you own a restaurant? Why don't you? I don't want to.
Yes. For anybody that wants to open up a restaurant with me, just sit down and do ordering and payroll with me, and then you'll see why I don't want to open up a restaurant.
Yeah.
All that.
But if somebody wants to, now I'll consult.
Yes.
You can bring me on as a consultant, and I can consult.
That's what we were supposed to be doing too.
We can do a contract for it. You know what I'm saying?
I'll get you up and running.
I'll get you up and running, and you can. If you need some more help later on,
right?
You know, we can open up another contract. That I would do all day. But to say I'm gonna open a restaurant, like, that's blood, sweat, and tears. That's all day, every day. That's no more traveling for me.
Yeah.
That's
you thought you was fasting? Wait till you open up a restaurant. You're gonna be fasting because you're not gonna. You're gonna forget to eat. You're gonna be in the restaurant all day.
I'm gonna be getting my family meal. I'm gonna be. We gonna. That's one thing. Family meal gotta go up. You know. Always. But yeah, it's for me, and like the kind of lifestyle I want. It just doesn't add up to me, for real, you know. But hey, for some people, they love it.
Tied down at all to anything.
Whoa. Because I feel like that kind of went
No. I mean, like,
yes.
I'm like, is anybody else kind of hearing this undertone?
I mean, like, you know, like when you have something that you need to stay here for. Like, you know, like you say, if you have a restaurant, you can't go over here and be like, oh, you're not getting a call.
But that's what people think.
It's like you ain't got no time to do your own free stuff anymore.
They think, oh, I'm going to open this restaurant. I'm going to be in there for the first 3 months. I'm going to get it up and running. And I'm going to pay all these people to come in. And it's like, you don't understand. Nobody cares about your dream or your business like you do. The people you hire.
They just there for the job.
Yeah.
Just for
now,
the money.
If you give them a real incentive, aka money, then you might have some good people, you know what I'm saying, helping you get your dream off the ground. But for the most part, nobody cares, bro. Like, nobody cares except for you, for real.
If something breaks, you're going to be there. If it's in the middle of the night, early in the morning, someone calls out.
Yeah.
I want to ask you something, actually. I'm glad John talked about tying people down for whatever reason. From my experience, I think chefs are like the last in the dating market. We work Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all day, all night. We're never available on the weekends. The last thing we want to do is go out to eat because we're tired. So luckily, you know, my wife understood the objective and she stayed with me until I left the restaurant industry. Now we have all this free time in the world. Does being a chef affect your dating life? Like, do you have time to date or?
Firstly, shout out to her.
Yes. She don't need no more shout outs. She gets shout out to her.
Shout out to her.
Okay, shout out to her.
Cause it's a guard baby thing, you know. But anywho, yes, it affects my dating life. And like, one, the first thing men lead with, when you gonna cook for me?
Oh man, I don't know why that's. Is that a trigger? Like when they say that, is it kind of like, you know, if you had to come up with a list, like things to say to me to just really end this quick? Is that one of them?
Yeah.
I just feel like that's.
Yeah, or when I post food, when can I get a plate?
All right, Domo D. You know I'm about to go on all your food posts and look at all the dudes saying that. Hey. I'm about to look and laugh.
Wait, but let me say something real quick. Like, do you enjoy though cooking for somebody?
Yeah, for my man.
Yeah, but she's saying
my man.
Yeah, but see,
or somebody I really like. But like, if you're just now trying to date me, no, like that leading with when you gonna cook for me? This is my livelihood. Yes. This is my job. Yeah. Like, and. I barely want to cook for myself sometimes.
Right.
Not even because the cooking part, it be the cleaning part.
Right. You make this bomb food and you go eat it. You're like, damn, now I gotta get up and go clean this whole shebang.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is like I'll be like, my kitchen clean. I'm not even about to go in there. Let me just DoorDash something.
Right.
Like I'm not like I'll be having to wait
Domo
the pros.
D is so real,
right?
Bro. She's so real. If you're listening, she is real, man. She sounds just like us.
Right.
I'm just saying, like that's how it is. So it is hard for me because if I think they also kind of don't understand, like it's kind of a demanding job. You're on your feet like
all day,
12, 14 hours a day. You're running around. You know what I'm saying? You're taking care of everybody else. So like I gravitate towards men who want to take care of me versus like what you gonna do for me?
Right.
Yeah.
Make my life easier, bro. Like take some of this stress off of me. Like you know, like that's what really like makes me gravitate to a man. But to answer your question, yes, it affects my dating life.
Okay, well you said something. Okay, so speaking of standing on your feet all day, do you have like a particular shoe? Because I'm a Croc man. You know, my homies roast me about Crocs, whatever. They always roast me in the group chat about Crocs, but do you have a specific shoe you like to wear?
My Yeezys.
Oh, okay. That's what I wear when I do cater. Yeezys, okay.
My Yeezys, and I'm like, first of all, you know what's so crazy? Shout out to Ye. Okay, yes. I was in Vegas a month and a half ago, right? I click on the elevator, the doors open, Kanye and his wife are right there, right? And I have on, not the Yeezys I like to cook in. I had on some 500s.
Okay. Yeah,
they're pretty comfortable too, though. But I had those
350s are my favorite.
Those are my 350s. What's the first colorway? And it had like gray and turquoise and like.
Was it before they start calling them 350 SPLY supply?
Not the ones that look like sock shoes. Like not sock shoes, but you know what I'm talking about.
Those are the ones I cook.
Those are 350s, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking about.
You talking about the turtle doves? Like how they had the turtle doves, they had the tan, they had the pirate black.
I have like the orange. It's like a orange and brown.
Oh,
but they have like the first one, which I still want that colorway. It's like a gray, a turquoise, black. I don't know why.
Well, we'll figure it out.
But what happened in the elevator?
Okay,
we want to know about Yeezy now. Go ahead.
So the elevator opens. First of all, I don't care what nobody got to say. That man has done a lot, okay? He's troubled, maybe. I still respect him. So that door opened, and I saw him, and I was like, and I don't really get, I don't really get, like, groupie. I'm not, but Ye, I was like,
wow.
And I was like, Ye, I love you. And he was like, he looked down at my feet, he was like, I like your shoes.
Damn.
Oh man,
that's dope.
I was like, oh my god. Oh my god.
You know what? Actually, that's a dope story. That actually leads us to our next game.
Right.
It's called Cop or Drop.
Okay, let's do it.
Ooh. So if you guys don't know, Domo is a sneakerhead. She just talked about the Yeezys. She likes, a chef wearing Yeezys in the kitchen. That's fly.
Right.
That's fly.
My clients always talk about my shoes. Like they be like literally like when I first started coming around, they be like, "Dang, you got those? Those is fire." Like, oh, like dang, you got. But the thing is like I can't really wear my fire shoes to work either because I'm not trying to mess them up for real. Like if something spill on them or something like so, I keep it limited. But those Yeezys are comfortable though.
Yes. I think that's dope. If I hired a personal chef and she showed up with some Yeezys, I'd be
like,
okay.
They love it. And I work with a lot of men, so of course that's a conversation starter for sure.
Okay. Well, let's get into our game called Cop or Drop. I think you're gonna like this game, Chef Domo D.
Let's see.
So the object of the game is I'm going to put some shoes up on the screen. You're going to tell if it's a cop or drop, why it's a cop or why it's a drop. But here's the twist. Since you're a chef, we went out and got pictures of all the shoes that are chef food collab driven. Okay. So let's do the first one.
Okay.
Ooh, wow.
The Nike waffles.
Wow.
$129.99.
Okay. These are like dunks.
Fire, though.
These are like high top dunks.
They're like high top dunks.
Fire.
Yes. I'm not a fan of high top
no.
dunks.
I can see you wearing like some khaki like joggers with them, like
no. Okay, listen. I have some
or
buckwheat,
cargos.
some like buckwheat high top forces. They look like Tim's almost. Those, yes. Those I'm gonna say no.
That's a drop.
That's a drop.
That's a drop.
Okay.
That's a drop. What?
I mean, if you doing brunch, you got waffles.
Man, right? That's what I'm saying. Like, okay, she got waffles popping.
No, it's a drop. She said it's a drop. Okay.
It's a drop for me, dog.
We have to trust her judgment. She's a sneakerhead here.
Right.
She kicked it with Ye in the elevator.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, look, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know. This is the first person I ever met who actually interacted with Kanye West.
Right.
And he was so nice to me. He was so nice.
Did you
And
see
his
his face when he
demeanor.
had on the mask on?
Yeah, no, he smiled. Like he was so warm.
Damn, you got to see the
yeah.
cheeks.
Yeah.
Oh,
Grew up
man.
with Ye, so that's crazy. Okay,
Yeah.
next one. We dropping the waffles. Nike
what?
SB Dunk Lobsters. Now, these are kind of fire. Look at the little
Those are
thing,
kinda fire.
The band. Like
That's
the lobster.
crazy.
Like the
Those are
lava
hard.
claw.
Those are hard.
That's crazy.
But okay, is it just because the color in here? Are those like red? Are they
They
pink?
kinda
they're-
look
They're like
the-
magenta.
It's the exact color of a lobster,
Okay.
so it could be the screen. Yes.
Those I'm rocking with.
You rocking
Yeah,
with?
I would cop those.
You leaving the little lobster claw rubber band on there? I think that's kind of hard.
I think it's kind of.
Yeah.
I think
It is.
Yeah, I would leave those on there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Next one. So that's a cop. Lobster
That's a cop,
Okay.
yeah.
Next one. Well, that was weird. I said lobster
Cop.
I didn't like how that sounded. The lobster dunks cop. Okay. All right. Cool. Next one. Air Max Bacons.
Yes.
Bacons?
Cop. I love Air Maxes.
Dude.
Air Max.
I'm an Air Max. I'm an Air Max kind of girl.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, for sure.
How many pair of shoes you on? Over 50?
Oh, for sure.
Over 100?
Just sneakers.
No, I'm talking about all around shoes.
Like my heels.
You
Everything.
talk about heels,
Everything.
slides, slippers.
Okay. Yeah, did you hear that? You hear that?
It's a problem.
It's a problem? Okay. All right. How often do you buy shoes? Whether it's a heel, a sandal, a sneaker, like how often do you buy shoes? Okay, the face says it all. Next, let's go to the next one.
She's like often.
I've gotten better because it's like I can't just. First of all, let's be real. Like the shoe game is so like crazy right now.
There's so many shoes that go around.
Like one, if I'm at the point where like if I don't hit on sneakers or I don't get it directly from like Nike or New Balance or like whatever shoe it is that I'm buying, if I don't hit, I'm just like, all right, it's not meant to be. Because like
that's how you know you got a lot of
resale,
shoes though.
Yeah, I mean I do, but like the resale is just crazy. I have a small foot. Like I can still wear kid sizes, you know, and it's like they be wanting like $600 and $700.
No, I don't think any shoe is worth that much.
No,
anymore.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
I will say though, the shoe era that we live in, like when I'm meeting somebody, I for some reason I look straight at the shoes. I think that's just everybody. I think that's the world we live in.
That is the world we live in, but it still doesn't. The reason why you can't do that, I'm gonna give you an example. I'm gonna give you an example why you can't judge people by their shoes.
Why was Kanye barefoot?
No, he wasn't. The wife might have been.
Okay, we'll
Okay, so I feel like. Wait, what was the question again?
No, we're talking
Wait,
about
what was
judging.
I about to say?
No.
Okay, judging people by their shoes.
Right.
Okay, I'm in FedEx shipping off a package for somebody, and I have on some Pandas, right? Pandas are like my work. Now that's a shoe that I wear to work because it's like that's a dunk I don't care about whatever happens to it, and it goes with everything, right?
Yeah.
So that's just like my whatever shoe. So I know how people feel about Pandas, but at the same time, like it's dumb to me because I feel like a Panda is like an equivalent to like an Air Force One.
That's what they're saying it is. I've seen memes. It's the tough decision to make with the button, the guy sweating in his Panda or Air Force One. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like everybody's like, oh, everybody has them. They made so many. so what? Like, who cares, right?
Yeah.
So I'm in FedEx, and this guy like was literally just trying to talk to me. Like, he was just such a cornball. Like, he just wanted to try to like make combo. So he makes the mistake of saying like, "You got on some pandas. Come on, baby, you could do better than that."
Oh,
dang, having no idea what was in the closet,
right,
or who she is,
right.
I'm like, so like, man. I was like, a part of me, like, I wasn't
like,
going,
I'm at work. Like, what you mean?
Like, I'm just chilling. Like,
right.
I'm literally just walking around my neighborhood. I just threw these shoes on. Like, it's nothing, right? And so I wasn't gonna say nothing. And then like he said something else, and then it's people in there. I literally just cussed him out. Like,
damn. You put him in his face?
Like, how? I'm like, sir, why are you even talking to me?
Yeah.
Why do you care about what shoes I have on? And then what pissed me off the most, he had on an off-brand colorway of some Jordans.
Oh no.
Like, I'm like, how are you talking about my pandas and you got on a colorway that like nobody would ever buy?
You got on the dark gray and blue 12.
What's the they came in, I think, are they 13s? The Jordans, they have like the reflectors kind of on them, and they came in like red and black. That was a popular colorway. And then they came in like white and like gray and navy blue. They're kind of high top, and they have like the reflection on it.
You have to show me. You'll show me later.
Anyway, it was like an off-brand colorway, and I'm like, how are you talking about my pandas? Like, look at what you have on. Like, shut up talking to me, for real. So I literally blew up in the FedEx. The people were looking at me like, whoa. He just didn't say anything, but it was like I had time that day. But it's just like, people talk about certain shoes, and it's just kind of like, yo, rock what you like. Like, if you like something, don't let nobody else tell you like.
Facts.
Yeah.
Now the only thing
you hyping John up right now. I'll be getting on him about the Skechers. So
nah, I have a best friend. She loves Skechers.
He just throwing me under the bus.
Yeah. She really loves Skechers.
I ain't never worn a
like,
pair of Skechers a day in my life.
You can't. You gotta stop. Yeah, you can't do Skechers, and you can't do the team Jordans. Now I can't let you rock the
Paul,
team Jordans.
Oh no.
All right, next one. So the Bacons, are they copper drop?
Cop.
Cop.
Next
one.
For sure.
The Chunky Dunkies.
Coppin'.
Okay, that was a free one. That was a free one.
Copping. Hey. I wanted those so
they
bad.
come in the little the Ben and Jerry little toy.
I wanted
the
those.
towel wrapped around it. Yeah,
I really wanted those.
Fire.
And I wanted the Travis, like, it was like it had the laces that were like different.
They were like fuzzy.
Yeah, I wanted those because those came out around the same time. I think.
Don't say fuzzy around me, by the way. You're too close to be saying fuzzy, whispering in my ear. Okay, Chunky Dunkies is a cop. You can get those, man. Just book one brunch. You'll get them. There you go. We count the bag. Next one. Now these are hard. The Saucony mint chocolate chips. When I came across these on StockX,
no, those are kind of hard. Those
are hard. These are hard. Oh, sorry.
Listen, Saucony. We call them Sauconys.
Sauconys was hot when I was in middle school. They was hot.
We had what? Like, I mentioned Strawberry Square earlier, but there used to be a shoe store in Strawberry Square, and I remember buying some Sauconys. Like, having my mom buy me some Sauconys out of there.
Did you put the fat laces in them?
No. They look really comfy.
Yeah.
And I would cop those.
Okay.
I would get those, especially like just for some work shoes. Yeah, I would get those.
Those fly. Those making me hungry.
Okay. With all the stress, with everything going on, I know traveling is like an escape for you, right? Mm-hmm. What's your favorite memorable place you ever been?
Every place I've been to has been memorable, but I would say
there's one place.
I would say Bali is probably the most memorable because I went there by myself.
You did? How was that?
It was amazing.
What was the purpose of going by yourself? Was it like a healing trip or like just
I always try to travel for my birthday, and Bali is a push. Like, that's like 18 hours of travel time for real. Damn. It took a minute to get over there, and so I did it really last minute. Nobody else. I I really didn't even have anybody else in mind. Like I chose Bali because I know that that's a safe place for women to travel alone, and I would have been fine, you know. And it was amazing, and I would definitely like do another solo trip again. That was such a great experience, and it was like I did a cooking class out there. I try to do cooking classes wherever I go.
That's dope.
So I like learned like real Balinese like cuisine, and it was amazing. That was an amazing trip, and it's so cheap.
Okay.
I heard it was very cheap.
So cheap. Like your money goes a long way.
Yeah.
I was like looking like I was like, wait, these Indonesian rubies, it says a million. Hold on. I started doing the calculations. I said, oh, that's only $48.
Wow.
Okay, like it was, and like the food is amazing there.
So they go by rubies. So like what, like
it's Indonesian rubies. Yeah, like so it was like.
How much was like an average meal?
What
Like, I mean, you go somewhere and you get like some food, just a plate.
I was eating at my resort a lot, but imagine if I wasn't eating on my resort and I was just like really out in the street, just like really eating. It would have been even cheaper. But even at the resort, like I was ordering like the same thing every day because it was so good.
What did you order?
Like once I like something, like I'm like, let me just get my fill of this while I can. Like, I was ordering like they just had like bomb like egg rolls and like spring rolls and like chicken that was amazing with like all these like spices and sauces and good drinks. It was just like average, like even if you ate like 3 meals a day, $40 for everything
altogether.
You asking a lot of questions. You about to leave or something?
I'm about to go do a solo trip. I'm trying to.
It's so cheap. The people are so amazing and loving and welcoming.
Do you go solo a lot for your traveling?
Yes and no.
Yeah.
It's whatever she feels.
Yes and no. That was my first like major like international trip by myself, and like my family was like,
"Are you sure?
Are
you positive you trying to do this by yourself?"
You travel when the movie Taken was out. Everybody nervous.
First of all, my dad thinks he's Liam Neeson. Okay, he think he Liam Neeson.
He was already on the phone like.
He think he's Steven Seagal. My dad used to have a ponytail. Okay, he think he's
in the
Steven
hotel across from you like with the phone.
He think he Jean-Claude Van Damme. He think he Jackie Chan. He think he all of them rolled up into one.
Oh man.
So like one of like years and years ago, I went to Poland, which is like Eastern Europe, which is considered to not be safe. First of all, it was fine. Like it was not. That's the thing too, is just like there's so much ignorance around traveling internationally that like people just.
I think it's morally like based on like when somebody comes from like United States, and then you can tell it's like they treat you different.
Yes and no, because like they really, honestly, Poland was very polarizing because they don't have any black people.
Oh wow.
The black people that they do see.
So it's easy to find you if your dad called. Like we saw her. We saw her. Yeah.
Facts. The only black people that they kind of really see are like African like immigrants or like like students and stuff that are studying over there. So like them seeing me like a lighter skinned black person, they literally just stare. That's all they do. Like, so it's like you may take it as like, oh, like they're being weird, but it's like, no,
they're probably just admiring your beauty.
They've never seen nobody that looks like you before. They don't see people like you every day. Like, we're really a melting pot here, But my dad was like, what? You're going to Poland? That's Eastern Europe. Are you sure you want to go? I said, it's already paid for. I'm going.
We ain't canceling this.
Like,
this flight.
Yeah, I'm going.
When you want to like go somewhere, like how do you figure out what place you're going to go to?
So when I always try to do a trip around my birthday. Like that's like a gift to myself. Kind of like people want to throw parties and I'm not paying for other people to I'm gonna pay for me to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So I always look at like around my birthday, what are the best places to travel around that time, and then I basically book my trips around then. And then of course, like, my friends have birthdays, or you know what I mean, like other things, and we'll, you know, do other trips. But most of the time, if it's me planning it or booking it, it's probably a birthday trip or something along those lines. And I just go and I Google what are the best places to visit in October. It'll give you a whole list. Yeah.
Okay.
So even Bali, I was kind of nervous because that's like kind of like October is like the end of rainy season. So it was maybe like 1 or 2 days that rained, but it was like still so beautiful that it didn't even matter. Like,
right.
Yeah.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years with everything that you got going on? I'm hearing nothing but success, nothing but good things. I want to know, where is Chef Domo D going to be in 5 years? What moves is she going to make? Like, what's a 5-year milestone for you? Like, something you want to accomplish within 5 years?
I think if you were asking a man, this question would be kind of different. But because I'm a woman, right? 5 years, I see myself being a mom. You know?
Okay.
So it's kind of like as much as like my career is like important, that's important too.
Yeah.
So I do see that hopefully within 5 years, maybe.
Okay.
If my husband watching, come find me.
Yes. Husband from the future, come save me.
Come take me out the game, please. So like hopefully that's in the cards for me. So I have to think about that, right? Like even if I'm thinking about career, like I still have, that's still like
Absolutely.
Right there,
Absolutely.
But career wise, I think a lot of people are afraid to admit that like they're still trying to figure it out. You know what I mean? Like everybody like wants to think that they have the answers and they know or they have a plan, and it's like, that's cool, you can have a plan, but every plan I've ever had in my life, I've had to adjust and adapt and pivot and like do whatever works at the time, right?
Right.
So I still most definitely see myself in the culinary world for sure. I don't see myself walking away from it anytime soon. But I definitely want to pivot more because you can't cook forever. It just is what it is. Like, you know, eventually you want to do things that you're working smarter instead of harder.
Right.
And so that entails a lot. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't be a private chef forever. Eventually, I'm going to have to do something else because who wants to do this who wants to be cooking forever?
Yeah,
right.
be on your feet.
Like,
we're not gonna be able to be on our feet forever.
I
like
need
that,
my own private chef. I know that for sure.
You know, like you want to get to a point where like, I just want to be at a point where like,
just relax.
Yeah,
Just
like
enjoy.
not in the rat race of
Enjoy.
you know what I'm saying. Like,
enjoy every day.
where's my next paycheck coming from?
Right.
Like, I want to be able to have passive income that I'm making, where even if I'm not like working privately for somebody, I still have income coming in, which means that I have to get more visible, which is why I'm here.
Right.
Which is another reason why I'm here. I told myself that this year, like, I really have to put myself out there, and that's hard. You know what I mean? Like, because when you put yourself out there, you're opening yourself up to criticism, opinions. Two things I really could give
But that's how you grow.
rat's poot nanny about, but nonetheless,
I'm gonna bleep out poop nanny just because I never heard it, just in case. Just in case, you know, YouTube don't play.
No, but that, you know, when you step out of your comfort zone, that's how you grow.
Yeah,
that's how other
that
things
too.
happen for you. That's how your life changes. That's how
Yeah.
you know the better things come for you.
Yeah, that's very true. That's very true. But I just think, especially coming from a city where we come from, and there are so many expectations on me in whatever I'm doing, whatever I'm doing, right? And because I have waited, or because I am taking my time with figuring out what I want to do, that puts more pressure on what I end up doing. So for me, I'm not ever gonna play myself and rush into something. I'm not gonna rush into having a food truck, or rush into having a restaurant, or rush into anything that has crazy overhead. Like, I'm gonna take my time and and I'm not gonna jump into something until I feel like this is really right for me.
When you rush into something, it always crashes.
Yeah. When you bite off more than you can chew. And it's like, I see it every day. I see people's food trucks no longer, restaurants closing. In culinary school, I know you did them projects and all that stuff. And what was the top failing business?
Restaurants.
Wow.
That's been for decades. That's the top failing business. Why? Your numbers, your math has to be impeccable when it comes to having a successful any kind of business. And I think really, really, like, I love everybody being an entrepreneur and everybody want to go into business for themselves. But if I'm being honest, even me taking a step back, you kind of want to rush and be your own boss when you kind of need more time playing in the background so you can really learn and figure things out. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody want to do their own thing, but then once you start doing your own thing, you realize, dang, I don't really have the foundation to be really doing what I'm trying to do.
It took me 15 years to get to the point where I felt comfortable I could be my own boss.
Facts.
Yeah, so
it takes time. It really does take time, and I don't want to do something that I feel like I'll regret, or I'll be like, dang, why did I even do that? Like, this ain't, I don't even want this to be a part of my legacy, or I don't even want this to be attached to me. Like, anything that I do, I want to be proud of. Like, even if it fails, even if it don't work, even if I took a shot or a chance, I want it to be something I'm really, really passionate about. So this is a long answer.
It's the best answer we've ever had. I don't think I could ever ask this question on the show ever again. This is the best answer.
I know that was a pretty long answer, but I just be having to keep it real, because everybody thinks that this is such a glamorous thing, or it's so easy, and it's not. You know what I'm saying?
We just make it look easy.
Yeah, we make it look easy, and it's also just too, like, there's so many levels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
People keep talking about the show The Bear. Everybody asks me that. You know, I'm on dating apps and stuff. And the first thing on Bumble, oh, have you seen The Bear? Yes, chef. Yes, chef.
Oh,
I'm
man.
like, yeah, I've seen it.
It's just like a little splash of what it's really like.
Yeah,
but
that's not even
splash.
the whole.
It's a splash, but I brought that example up because he a real chef.
Right.
He not a cook. He not like he. They're like people, like, even watching Chef's Table on Netflix.
Yes.
That show is so inspiring.
It is.
Like, well, at least the first couple of seasons. The last couple of seasons, not so much. But the first couple of seasons, the chef that had the restaurant, Alinea, in Chicago.
Grand Adkins, yeah.
What? You have cancer and you go through chemo and you lose your taste, your ability to taste, and you have to rely on your team to let you know how things taste.
I worked for him before at an event, and he is so powerful. He knows what it's supposed to taste like, because he can taste a little bit of acid, and it's his smell and everything. He knows how to season with just smell and the little bit of acid he can taste. Yeah.
He's amazing. Like that, like stories like that, I'll be like, I have work to do.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you watch real great chefs and you hear their story and what they've been through and how they got to where they are, and you're like, you think you've been through something, or you think that, like, your journey has been a lot? No.
You haven't even seen the half of it.
No, it's the tip of, like, it's really the tip of the iceberg, for real. Like, so those kind of chefs, I really, like, tip my hat off to, because they're so detail oriented, and the time and energy that goes into the meticulousness of everything that they are plating and doing is amazing. So it's levels to chefing. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I'm not there, and I can say that. You know what I'm saying? I can say that. Like, I'm not, you know, you also get to a point too where, like, this is something that you love, but then when you turn it into a job and you turn it into work, it's like you go through, like, these waves of loving it, hating it, like, you know, like, where you're trying to find ways to fall in love with your craft again, because you lose it sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, with everything that's going on in the world, and, like, just trying to survive, like especially in LA. LA is a crazy place. It's oversaturated with chefs. It's a million of us. It's a million people cooking. Why are they choosing you? What makes you stand out? You know what I mean? Like, you're having to go back into the lab and like really like pull deep and like figure out like what your passions really are and like what lane you really want to go into. And because I'm this person that's like, I'm so good at so many different things, and I'm also a Libra, so I'm indecisive. I can be really indecisive when it comes to making big decisions. So we'll just say, y'all just gotta wait to see what I'm gonna do in 5 years.
Okay, I'm looking forward to seeing that.
We're gonna keep you in
Thank you for coming on the show. The most requested chef on Instagram, Chef Domo D, man. The realest interview I felt like I've done. She just kept it real.
Yeah, the whole time.
She was dropping gems if you was really listening. It was a pleasure having you.
Yeah.
We gonna have to do something with you, man.
Yeah,
we gonna
let's
figure
do
something
Yeah,
out.
we're gonna do an event
but
with you.
it was a
sure.
pleasure
We
having
have
you. Thank you for coming on. Hopefully we can have you back on in 5 years. And see. No, thank you for coming on though, and thank you guys for watching and listening. Yeah. Thank you for Neutral and Tilt for sponsoring the episode, and we will see you guys next time. Thank you guys.